everyone, Liz here, thanks for stopping by. So today I've finished my boxes. If you've seen my previous video where I showed you doing them, and this one is ready for sealing, so I thought I'd show you how I seal them. I'm still in the middle of doing this one. I've just got the little top bit left to do, but I'll get that finished off today. That's Purple Moon that I've completed, and that one's Blue Moon, which I absolutely love. I just think the way, oh, got a stray straggler there, the way that the tree stands out and the moon effect is brilliant. And then the Green Moon. So I've got a full set of those that are going to go in storage in my craft room, but I'm going to do the coloured one today because it's got more colours on it, and you'll be able to see once it's sealed what it looks like. Okay, so I'm using my Craft Buddy Crystal Art Sealer. This is my go-to one that I use. This was 150ml, and I think I got 2 of these for either 12 or 13.99. But you know, they last a long time. I've done quite a few paintings, and I'm about nearly halfway down on that one. So that's the sealer that I'm going to be using. When you actually use these, make sure you clear off your rim and your lid, otherwise when you put the lid on you do tend to find that it will stick and it takes ages to get off. If it does stick, then what you need to do is pour really hot water, boiling if you're safe to do so, on it, and it will just soften the sealer and let you take that off there. Okay, just bear with me a second. I'm just going to open the door and let the pooch in because she is crying at the door. Come on in then. Okay, are we in? Now we stop crying. Right, and I'm back. So Millie is now in the room. Whether she wants to stay or not is another matter. I think once she smells the sealer, she may decide to disappear, but we'll see how we go. So first of all, I'm going to roller this and make sure that everything is completely flat. It is more difficult to do with it being a box because there's a lot of giving it rather than it being a canvas on a flat surface. You are rollering on top of the box. I suppose you could put a piece of card or a piece of wood underneath, a flat piece of wood inside it. Just give this a really good roller. Okay, now I'm leaving the washi tape on this one because before I put the washi tape on I thought, oh, I won't bother with washi tape, and I did get a few dog hairs and a few bits of fluff stuck to the edges. So what I'm going to do once this is sealed and dried, then I'm going to use either a bit of Goo Gone or a bit of nail varnish remover just around the edges of the box where there is the bits of fluff and stuff to take it off. I did think if I do that before I've sealed it, then I might find that I've taken some of the beads off as well. The other thing to do before you seal, I mean, it's you can put beads on after you've sealed, but just 100% check that you've not missed any beads. I've got a dog fighting to get in between my feet for some reason at the moment. Okay, that one looks as though it's flattened down. Right, just give it one more go over. Oh, I love the sound of drills when they crack when you roll in them, do you? It's just a satisfying sound. It's like when you place one drill down, it goes pop when you pick it up. Okay, so that's that done. Right, the brushes that I'm going to use, this was a pack of what I've got 6, and these were just from one of the pound shops that we have here in the UK. Just cheapies. Just be careful that, you know, when you do buy cheaper brushes, sometimes the bristles do tend to come out. I think this is my favourite go-to one that I use. You can use the bigger one, but I tend to find that I like to get right into the in between the drills. It's like grouting tiles. You've got to get the sealer in between the drills. Okay, so put those down, and I have got this brush. This is the Mod Podge brush, which is great for bigger paintings, but I don't want to use it on this one. I'm just going to go smaller and steady because some of these drills, this one particularly, it was fine until I got to the orange, and then the orange drills were absolutely awful. I hardly had any left, particularly the dark orange colour, and they were just all misshapen, had bits stuck to them, had extra bits, had loads and loads of the little tiny beads. So I want to go steady with this one. So let's get the sealer, just give it a bit of a mix up because I've had the lid off a while. Okay, you don't need a lot, and let's just start on the edge, and don't panic thinking, oh no, it's gone white. Let's just get you up there, because it does go on white, but it then does dry clear. Put a good amount on, but if you keep brushing, you're sort of like putting it on and taking it off, and it just then gets in between the drills. Because what you're doing, as I say, it's like grouting tiles. You want the glue to be, the sealer to be in between the drills so that it keeps them stuck together. With this being a box, it's going to get handled an awful lot. If I'm framing my canvases, my paintings, then I don't tend to seal them because they're behind glass and the drills aren't going to come away. If you were putting one in, say, a bathroom or a kitchen, I would possibly seal them, because you'll find that then you're getting moisture into them. And as I say, with this Craft Buddy sealer, by putting hot water onto the lid, it does loosen the lid. Doesn't mean to say your drills will drop off if it's really hot. Not in in Great Britain anyway. We get hot weather, but not that hot weather. But yeah, just keep an eye on them. Okay, so how's everybody doing? We've had an eventful week, really. Still in lockdown. The granddaughter's doing really well. They both got like merit certificates for being star pupils, so that was good. They handing in homework on time. Sorry, I'll just move that because it's my jar of spare drills. It's rattling away and you don't want to be listening to rattling. Yes, so they got certificates of merit sent through, so that was extra pocket money for them, extra treats. Okay, as I say, just keep working this in and keep an eye out for any drills that suddenly start popping up. It can happen because you are putting moisture on it, as it were, and it can make the drills move. So yeah, that was the granddaughters. They've done really well this week. They're homeschooling because all our schools are closed at the moment in the UK, apart from essential workers, that their children are allowed to go into school. We are having vaccinations. My parents have had their vaccinations now. They're both in their 80s, so things are starting to look up a little bit. Hopefully, just get rid of that blob there. That's a bit of dried glue, I think, from before. Yeah, hopefully things are starting to move a little bit and we are starting to see that light at the end of the tunnel. Just get that in. If you find it's pooling a bit, just work it out a bit. Just keep working away. Okay, you can use this sealer as well if you find that any of your canvases, you've put your arm on it or you've had something stuck to it or it's just not sticky. You can use a little tiny bit. I use the really small brush. You can see that one, just the real small thin brush, and just put a little dab and put a little dab. Oops, you can't see that, can you? Put a little dab of glue on the end, of sealer on the end. Just put a little dab where you want it to go, and use your tweezers or your diamond painting pen and just pop the bead on there and leave it and it will seal it. Okay, what I'm going to do is completely seal this and then I'll come back to it later and I'll show you the shine on it still, and I'll show you how solid it is, that you won't be able to move the diamonds. And then once I've got all of these sealed, then we will be able to sort out my craft room, and then you might actually get to see them being used. It's been a long time coming. I think I've had these boxes since about last August, September time, and I thought, oh, they'd be good to put all my diamond painting stuff in. I have had a mass clear out. I mean, I've been card making for hundreds of years. Well, exaggeration, Liz, but I've been card making for a long time, and as with diamond painting, you do tend to get a stash. So I have destashed considerably, and I've gone from having a whole room of crafting stuff to just a couple of shelves now for card making. It's not something I'm ever going to give up, because I think if I started sending people shop bought cards now, they'd think I'd fallen out with them. Originally people were thinking, oh, made me a card, huh? But now it's like, why haven't you made me a card? So, and a lot of people do keep them, and our daughter does keep and our son do keep the cards that we send to the grandchildren. I think they have boxes for them with them all in, so when they get older they'll be able to see what Grandma Liz made them. Hopefully they'll appreciate them, you never know. Unless it's got bells and whistles and electronics these days, things don't seem to mean quite the same, but hey ho. So just make sure I've completely sealed all these edges. And as I say, it's a case of putting it on, taking it off. As soon as I've finished this, I will go and wash this brush, because it does tend to make your brushes go very, very stiff. It is, let's just make sure I've got right in between all these drills. And as I say, it does dry clear. Some people wipe over with a lint-free baby wipe or a lint-free cloth. I've never had to bother. I've always found that it just dries clear, and you do find that everything's okay with it. I think I've got a loose drill there that I may have to just put back in. Yeah, there's one come out from there. So let's just see, where did I see that loose drill? No, that one's from there. So let's just grab my tweezers. As I say, ones that, particularly if you get anything that's popping drills, they do tend to sometimes come up a little bit while you're doing this. And I will just grab, there's a black drill there that's just, oops, escaped. We'll just grab that one and put that one back in there. And as I say, the sealer on it, so just grab that. I haven't got my diamond painting pen handy. Just pop that back in there and push down, and that will seal now because it's got sealer underneath. So we are sealed. So I'm going to leave that now. I usually leave them overnight. I'll maybe see what it looks like a bit later on this afternoon. I'm going to clean my tweezers, give them a wipe off because they've got some sealer on. I'm going to wipe my inside of my sealer because that needs a good wipe as well. And I'm going to clean my brush. So I'll be back with you soon, and we'll see how we've gone. Once it's all dried, I'll let you see how the sealer looks on it. Make sure that the sparkle's still there. Okay, bye for now. Hi everyone, Liz here. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so just an update now on the sealing of my boxes. I've done all 5. I have managed to complete the dandelion one as well, which I absolutely love. I do find that I do like brighter colours. I don't know, it just seems more satisfying when you're doing them. But as you can see, they're really, really well stuck. Those beads, I'm really digging my nail in there, and those beads drills are not going anywhere. Let's just get that higher up there, look. You can see they are well and truly fused together and stuck. So that's all well and truly sealed. All the edges are nicely sealed as well. If you've not seen the previous video, I used the crystal art sealer from Craft Buddy. That's craftbuddy.com or crystalart.com, whichever website you go on to. I think they are merging the websites at the moment. And this is the 150ml jar. I do tend to find I prefer the smaller jars because you can get the lids off a little bit easier. and I'm just frightened of them drying out. Possibly they won't, but that's why I like using the smaller ones. You can get a 400ml jar as well, but I'm going to stick to my bit smaller jars. So the 5 that I've done ready to go into my IKEA Kallax system is the Dandelion, which I absolutely love. Those pinks and purples were absolutely brilliant to do, and the drills were good on this one as well. I don't know why. I suppose it's because the others had more black in and darker colours. The drills didn't seem quite as good quality, but certainly these were good. And there was a lot left over as well, which I have now put into my spare drill storage. And speaking of spare drill storage, if you saw previously, I did say I had loads of colours that I'd put into blues and greens and reds, and I was going to try and match them up. I changed my mind and they are now all in my jar. So there you are. That's all those drills. Please don't cry, but I decided that I would sooner spend my time diamond painting than trying to match all those drills up. I'm possibly going to use them in shaker cards or whatever, so watch this space. I will be doing something in future, but yeah, and that's my little glow in the dark Scotty there and heart that I also did on a previous video. So there you are. So I no longer have a box of random drills hanging around. I'm all sorted, one less job to do. So there you are. So that's the Dandelion box. Let me just move that and you can see the box set up. Oh, spare drill there. You get drills everywhere. I found drills all over the place. The one dog yesterday. I think you can see, look, a good size box there. And then if you just take out the board from the bottom, it then just collapses down again. But I have got so much stuff to put in these, they are going to be well and truly filled up. So that's the Dandelion. I've then got, I think we decided this was sunset because the sky's darker, so we've got this one as well. It did have black on the bottom. As I think I said previously, the orange drills were awful on this one. I really struggled to get enough drills to do it because the orange drills were so bad, but they are worth doing. They're, you know, a bit, I wouldn't say a bit, well, they are a bit of fun, and they were quick to do. You know, see if I can remember what size the actual canvas was. The drill size is 24 and a bit, 24 and a smidgen, and the box size is 25 by, that's about 26 and a bit size that way, which is about 10.5 inches that way, and the drill size that way is 23.5, which is 9.5 inches. So, you know, they're just like doing sort of a 25 by 25 canvas really, with them being full drill. You can get them partial drill as well, but I just liked the patterns on these. Okay, then we have Purple Moon, which has all your flowers going up there. Again, all nice and fully sealed, and those drills are not going anywhere. And Green Moon, which, yeah, that was an awful lot of black and quite a lot of pop-in drills. So it was a case of really brayering this down, using the roller, the brayer or a rolling pin or whatever, to get those drills to settle, and then getting them sealed as soon as possible, and then making sure that they didn't move. And then finally was Blue Moon, which out of the darker coloured moon ones, I like this one better because I like the tree and the effect around it there and the moon. So there you are. That's 5 boxes all done, sealed and ready to go in my craft room. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please press the subscribe button and you'll be notified when my next one's on. Bye for now.